Hello everyone, welcome to this special episode of our podcast. I'm Alok Nidhi Gupta, co-founder and CEO of Talent Recruit Software and your host for today. Today's guest needs no introduction, but HR insisted we give one. And when it comes from HR, you have no choice. Today, I'm joined by someone I have seen him grow, not just from a boy to a man, but from a LinkedIn meme machine to a full-blown corporate baba. His journey has been nothing short of incredible, from catching jokes to cracking the code on how India hires. And now he's adding job offers to his punchlines with Job 10. He's the unofficial stress relief officer of corporate India, the voice of every HR trying to explain why this role is both strategic and dynamic, and the guru behind the viral phenomenon we now know as Corporate Baba. Please welcome the man who made LinkedIn funnier, HR cooler, and now with Job 10, giving out actual job offers on camera, Anmol Garg.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the introduction. Such a कितना अच्छा introduction दिया है. So thank you so much for that.
Absolutely, you deserve it, truly. So what a brilliant concept Job 10 is. A fantastic blend of technology, talent, and entertainment. Where end of the show, candidate gets real offer in hand. Sounds crazy, isn't it? But that's made true here at India's first hiring-based game show, Job 10. Let me ask you a straight question and more. How did the idea of Job 10 originate? Was it a light bulb movement or a caffeine-fueled brainstorm?
To be very honest, sir, when I watch Shark Tank, and I'm not talking about Shark Tank India, I'm talking about Shark Tank, which was out in the West earlier. I always thought it's a great concept. It's such a beautiful thing that entrepreneurs go into the tank, pitch their ideas, get funded on the spot. They disrupted the entire funding process, where it takes about, let's say, getting in touch with the investors is very tough. Getting the due diligence, the actual funding is very tough. The process is very, tough. And they disrupted that market and they're like, oh, just come onto the show. You pitch to the sharks. If they like you, they invest in you and boom, the process is over. And that's when I thought, why can't we have something similar? Why can't we have something similar for jobs? So the idea that it was back of the mind was always there. And when Shark Tank India happened, I'm like, this is so cool. I think they've really again done well in terms of pulling this off in India as well. And 90% or in fact more than that of our people are into jobs. Entrepreneurs are still a minority. Majority of us are just doing jobs, the daily 9 to 5 struggle. So I thought we should have this show, and the show idea was in my mind for a very long time. And I was like, yeah, now is when this is the time I should go and experiment and see what happens. So when I pitched this to a few industry experts, they're like, yeah, this is a crazy idea. How can you hire on the spot? This is not possible. Who will come on to the show? Will people be comfortable? Will companies be okay? Who will watch this show? So there were a lot of questions. I was like, look, there is a very strong belief that I have about this concept. Let me try it. Let me experiment. Let me see what happens. And we did our first episode, thanks to you guys, of having you on as a partner. We did our first episode, and you and I know that we loved it. Everyone who came to watch the show loved it. Candidates loved it. Companies loved it. So very happy with the way the first episode has gone. Now it's all up to the audience to show us their love.
I know when we first spoke about it, I found it incredibly interesting actually. And now seeing it come to life, I'm absolutely certain it's going to create a huge buzz once a few episodes will go live, right? So I'm looking forward to the first episode we are going to launch soon. So let me shoot you my next question. You mentioned about Shark Tank, Shark Tank gave us funding, Job Tank giving us jobs. What makes Job Tank stand out apart in the overcrowded job content space?
So firstly, interviews are very scary. The whole idea with Job Tank is to make it fun, right? So it's a quiz kind of a show. We have 3 rounds where candidates are not just competing, they're also having fun in the process. Right? That's very important, that candidates are enjoying the interview. So we make sure that candidates enjoy the process. Second, it's very transparent, right? Which is candidates come, they know what is happening, what level they are at every point in the show. They need to know, they know that, okay, I'm falling behind in the leaderboard. I need to do well in the next few questions to come up. So it's a very transparent process. Whoever does well on the show gets the job. The third part is you get a job in just 30-40 minutes, right? There's no I will get back to you. There is no, we will shortlist, we will think, we will let you know. Aisa kuch nahi hai. The feedback loop is also extremely short. You know where you have goofed up. You know what you've not done well, right? So you know exactly why you didn't get the job, right? Fifth part is we don't have any resumes. We don't have any degrees as a barrier to come onto the show. As Talent Recruit has a platform, wherein you're shortlisted and you come onto the show, showcase your talent, and boom, you get a job. So these are the 5 USPs where we are disrupting the job market in terms of how a candidate can easily get a job, have fun in the process. And even if you don't get a job, you're getting enough publicity, PR, because a lot of people are going to watch it. Someone else may reach out to you, right? So I think it's a win-win-win for everyone. It's a win for the company which is hiring, for the candidate who's onto the show, and for everyone who's watching and learning from the show and having fun.
Absolutely. I think I could see when we were recording the first episode, the candidates, they were building the trust because they know who is the well-deserving amongst them, seeing the real time what's happening. As you mentioned, right. The leaderboard, where quickly, the person who is leading the, or the front runner, to get the job, is changing quickly. It was such awesome to look at as an audience. How quickly right. The things have been changing, and of course the trust which I feel was the best that was forming amongst the candidates who were part of the entire process. So that's if really you awesome.
Remember, the camaraderie between the contestants was correct. So good, right? Like normally हम interview में जा रहे हैं, you see someone, you're like, अरे इसको job मिल गया तो मैं क्या करूँगा? It was not one person who came in the end actually admitted that, look, the person who actually got the job, he deserves it, because you were telling me before the interview the struggle he has gone through. I think that is the community that we are building, which is more important. Getting a job is fine, but contestants bonding with each other, understanding their own struggles, their contestants' struggles, I think it's a very positive place to be in.
No, I know every contestant has been the winner, right? Because they know
right.
What they're going through. They were enjoying the process. Actually, that is more important. And right. Initial inhibitions or maybe apprehensions, when they came onto the show, I think the things changed and they became from nervous to really confident at the end of the episode, when it was live telecast. So it was such a great feeling as a spectator or as an audience. We were seeing what's happening on the show. It was really great experience. I'm sure when the first episode going to be launched soon, the people will love it for sure.
Yeah.
Let me come to my third question to you. How do you see Erica, Gen AI and Agentic AI powered virtual recruiter of talent recruit platform, playing the role of the first level shark that assesses candidates?
I think AI is the future. Pehle to lagta tha it's just hype, but when I saw the work that you guys are doing, when I saw your dashboards, I realized a lot of these routine tasks which otherwise an HR would do, that can easily be automated. Now again, not so great news for HRs there, but also, the positive thing is you cannot in today's world be stuck with doing the routine jobs, right? You have to upskill yourself. You have to beat AI. AI is your biggest competitor. So I think what AI has done in the hiring space is a lot of these tasks which would otherwise take a very long time, they've been automated to such an extent it can be done fairly quickly with great results. Right. So I think it's a big boon in hiring. It's disruptive because the process can become faster, it can become more efficient, and it can reduce cost. और क्या चाहिए company को, और क्या चाहिए candidate को?
Absolutely. और आज वही है कि it's not actually competing, it's basically assisting HRs
Right.
and you can
Right.
say like HR partner to them, so they have a virtual assistant in form of Erica. They can just give the voice command, chat with Erica and ask, the question and ask to do some of the tasks. And that's something so swiftly being done. And that's what you mentioned, the repetitive tasks are taken care of by AI. And that's how it's going to happen. And you will see the great transformation from now onwards with agentic AI coming into play.
Absolutely. पहले तो बस CEOs के पास secretary होते थे, and we would
बिल्कुल.
always feel life will be simple. Ki even if I had a helping hand who can do some of the tasks that I don't want to do, or it takes too much
Correct.
time. So now everyone has a secretary, right? Everyone has Erica on their hands. Every HR is in that position to have a secretary. I think that's pretty fantastic.
Oh, that's great, so great to know. And let me take you to a quick round, the one-liner kind. I'm sure you're going to love it, and so is our audience, and I'm just being other side of the table today. So here you go. Here you go.
Yeah.
We heard AI is replacing HR interviews. Corporate Baba Anmol girl, are you training machines to crack jokes in appraisals now?
If you ask me, appraisals are themselves a joke, but जो market में चल रहा है, but yeah, AI is extremely crucial, no doubt about that.
Got it. So, if Corporate Baba had to go through AI assessment on talent recruit platform, what do you think the verdict would be? Or highly employable, too funny to work, needs upskilling, or fire before hired?
Sir, ये वाला option. This is the option. Fired before hired for sure. So whoever came up with this option knows me very well. The last one at least.
So AI will not understand you what you are answering. It's like, this is a guy.
Yeah.
It cannot crack.
No, I don't think so, because I think now I've trained my brain also to think very differently. The reason I'm out of a corporate job is for a certain reason, right? So वो रहेगा ही. I think I'll be fired before I'm hired. I'm confident of myself. I'm more self-aware. यही होने वाला है.
I will feel that our Erica will get an error. Say I was not trained for this kind of interview. There is an error. So better, fire him before he's hired. So to make it relevant, right?
वो एरर आता है ना 404 पेज नॉट फाउंड, मेरे में आएगा कैंडिडेट स्किल सेट नॉट फाउंड. आई थिंक एरिका यही थ्रो करेगी.
Absolutely. Erica will go blank. Great. Okay, we talk about 1 to 10 scale, but let me talk about on a scale of 1 to Baba's divine vision. How accurate are AI hiring decisions according to you?
I would say 1 to corporate Baba, if you ask me, at least 70-80%. In my mind, I think this sample data needs to be a lot more bigger. A lot of companies need to adopt AI, train them, so that the accuracy level can be something which can be even better than humans. So absolutely. I think in my mind, somewhere 70-80% can do a lot better. I'm sounding like a manager right now in an appraisal meeting.
So manager's job of taking interviews getting replaced.
Happy with the performance, but can do better. I think that's what I would tell AI as well.
Absolutely. So okay, in job time, do candidates have to impress the panel or just avoid being roasted by you?
That's an interesting question. So idea is not to roast them. The idea is to make them feel comfortable. Of course, there's fun, there's humor. You give a wrong answer, I will ask you, bhai, ye kaise tune answer diya hai? It's to have fun. There's no roasting involved. It's to have fun together.
Agree.
And I think I'm a very strong advocate of every candidate who comes to the tank. It's my responsibility as the show host, as the person who's conceptualized the show, to make sure that every candidate, even though they don't get a job, they get the maximum out of the platform. आपने देखा होगा, whenever the candidate was getting eliminated, I'm still pitching for them. Hey guys, this is a great candidate. Go ahead, email them, and why don't you get them to work at your place? So I feel what candidates need to do is ignore the cameras, ignore everyone around, just focus on the skill set, right, which you have been working on for a long time. Be comfortable and focus on your core skill set, and you will surely do well.
I know, I saw you sometime being funny, but also hugely supportive to those candidates. And they were very comfortable. I've seen when you were asking questions from them, okay, how are you feeling now? The people saying from bit nervous to not at all nervous to confident. I think that transformation happening during the show of 30 minutes was an awesome.
Right. It was great. It was a great experience for me as well. While I'd always visualize, yes, this is going to be interesting, but to see it happen, to see candidates enjoying it, candidates, as you rightly said, initially everyone was nervous. Till the later stage, candidates are like, yeah, now I'm feeling better. Now I'm feeling more confident. I think that's where the fun is. That's where the transformation happens.
Got it. Okay, so next question. What message would Corporate Baba like to give to Gen Z job seekers who want career with a purpose, but also want to work 2 days a week from Goa?
I think I want to give a message to companies instead of Gen Z, because Gen Z ko kuch bhi bolo wo log sunenge nahi. So I cannot tell a Gen Z don't go to Goa. I cannot tell a Gen Z you have to go to office. I think what companies need to understand, Gen Z ऐसे ही है, but they're really good at what they do. So if you break those barriers कि उनको office में बुलाना है, or it has to be done in a certain way only, if you care more about the output than about how it is getting done, I think then it's going to be a fruitful relationship between you and the Gen Zs. If you're okay, चलो तू गोवा से काम कर, तू अपने गांव से काम कर, I don't care, as long as you give me the output, right? You want to suddenly go to a party and you're informing me one day before, at least make sure this is taken care of, whatever task you had in your hand, right? So if there's this honest conversation that, look, I care for the output, rest you can be yourself, I think Gen Zs will start loving the company.
Absolutely. Actually, today we have been in the world of hybrid ecosystem or workplace ecosystem, right? People are working sometimes from office, home, or hybrid from anywhere. And we at Talent could also follow the hybrid work policy. Many of the people working from remote place, not sure from Goa or maybe Indonesia, but people are really contributing immensely, highly productive, hugely productive, and we give them that kind of freedom. So I think that's where the organizations are looking, the output versus probably being available at office full time is not the idea at all, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Great. So another question to you is, you have made the HR world laugh, right? Now you are helping them to hire. What's next? Stand-up performances during onboarding when they join?
I would love to do that. I think that's a great way to welcome candidates. In fact, there's always this thought. Again, I get a lot of thoughts. I've not executed it. I think I would love to do a campus to corporate program, wherein at least I can help them set the expectation. Because when I myself entered the corporate world, आपको लगता है ऐसे चीजें चलेंगी, and then you realize it doesn't work that way, and then it comes as a very rude shock. It comes like, I have never thought of this, and people they get very unsettled. So I think, if you ask me, I would love to do stand-up during onboarding as well, but also a campus to corporate program which helps them understand this is how it works, so that they can avoid all the mistakes which I know they will be doing in the next 2 years.
No, I think great idea. So I'm sure the next job tank could be the campus tank.
In fact, we want to take this to campuses as well, right? Agree. There are a lot of fests which happen where we can do on the spot hiring. So big plans for job tank to take it across campuses. Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's assume Corporate Baba, you replace Erica as a AI bot interviewer, into Talent platform. What would be your automated interview greeting sound like?
Interview greeting sound? Oh man, sir, ये तो आपने बहुत tough question पूछ लिया है. Interview greeting sound. I think it would be something like जागते रहो, something like that.
जागते रहो, HR is watching.
Something like that.
A lot of funny liner you always talk about, right?
बहुत हो गया, बहुत
और मैं सच कहूंगा, सच के सिवा कुछ नहीं कहूंगा.
बस.
I know.
Something like that, something along those lines.
That's awesome. Serious round, isn't it? Okay. Okay. So, and that's a wrap, guys. But the real action is just getting started. Stay tuned as we gear up to launch the very first episode of Job Tank, where AI meets HR, resumes meet reality TV, and job offers come with a punchline. So keep follow this space because your next job might just come with a mic drop. Until then, keep calm, keep following Job Tank. Over to you. Your last word, Anmol.
फर्स्टली जो आपने ये जो लाइंस भेजी है बहुत ये आई थिंक आपने एआई से ही ली है सच क्रिस्प लाइंस आई थिंक आई कैन नॉट फाइंड अ बेटर डिस्क्रिप्शन टू द शो देन व्हाट यू सेड so yeah the Job Tank first episode is coming very soon. Watch it, share it, and I think this is a disruption in the job space. We are combining real jobs with real fun entertainment, bringing the who's who of the industry as well. So if you're someone in the corporate space, something really big is coming soon. Stay tuned and enjoy the first episode, which is going to come very soon.
Great. Thank you. Goodbye.